Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm going to start off this video a little differently. Let's do this, and I cannot wait to see the comments. Are you ready? I hope you're sitting down. People, if you are not buying, you are dying. That is the truth. On this lovely Friday, January 14th, 2022, all this market is doing right now is giving us opportunity. The difference between people is some people recognize opportunity when it's in their face. Other people get scared, fearful, all kinds of things, and they lose. They invariably lose. Look back upon history, and that's the way it plays out. Now, I'm telling you here yet again, if you're not buying, you're dying in this market. Did you see the performance of the NASDAQ, for example, today? Let's cover the markets just real quick. So gain for the NASDAQ after a pretty hard sell-off. Gain for the S&P 500 after a pretty hard sell-off. The only major indice that took a hit today, and it was nothing, is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and that was because of the banks. And if you don't see that as an opportunity, buying the banks here, then you're missing everything. It's really the truth here. I don't know what to tell you. You can lead a horse to water. You cannot make him drink. And anybody who's been with me for, X amount of years, whatever, if you've pretty much followed the strategy I have laid out, in fact, I'm not even going to comment because it's insane. You've done it incredibly well, and you're going to keep doing incredibly well. I posted something earlier, and I want you to listen to this, okay? He or she who plays the game best wins. Period. The freaking end here. We trade the market we have, and we hedge for the future. That's it. You think this is rocket scientists? Really? You think this is rocket science? No, it's not rocket science at all. It's just understanding where the opportunities are. And in my view, every day, is an opportunity. And in many, many ways, you want to change your life, let it start with that day, okay? You're all unhappy about the way things are going for you in your life. Everything kind of sucks. Well, every single minute is yet another moment to turn everything around. People, let me explain something else to you. I've covered this before, but you are in control of your own destiny. Okay, your destiny lies in no one else's hands but your own. And once you understand that, you're going to be so much better off. Just get in tune with the freaking universe, okay? Pay it forward. Do something nice for someone that maybe you don't know. And then all of a sudden, just by some magical experience, things will start improving for you. You want to change something, you gotta put change out yourself. That's how it works. That's it. Period. The freaking end. You want to dwell in misery every day? Well, you're just going to get more miserable. You want to be happier every day? Think happy thoughts. And I guarantee you good things are going to come your way. Just look for opportunities, people. That's what this is all about. Not just in this dog shit fake market. What are we doing? What are you and I doing? We're taking advantage of the biggest fraud in the history of the world, and that is the financial markets. It's fake. All of it. Nothing makes sense. It's out of control. But again, there's opportunity. If you realize that the market's a fraud, that the market's fake, the data's unreal, it's all just propaganda and bullshit. It's a house of cards built over a freaking pool of gasoline. That's the truth. But what are you going to do? You want to sit back and let the largest, biggest bull run in the history of the world pass you by like thousands of people have already done, tens of thousands, if not even millions? It's a shame here as the world crumbles around us, and it really is. We're in an economic meltdown. I mean, look at these numbers from this morning. They're absolutely incredible. All day long, the mainstream propaganda ministry, they can't even believe the terribleness, is that a word, of these freaking retail numbers falling off an absolute cliff. In case you don't know, okay, the U.S. economy is 70% dependent on retail. The rest of it's just fluff. And we're going down the toilet here and everywhere around the freaking world. And there again is more opportunity for you people. Like I've told you a million times, you could sit back and do nothing and let the system devour you. Or you weaponize the system. You recognize the opportunities. I mean, look, for years upon freaking years, I've had people laugh out loud. Duh! Greg is telling people to buy the dip. And time again, it pays off. These people are retards. Here they sit watching my free videos, getting information that they're not going to find anywhere else, anywhere. And they just let it go. They let an opportunity just simply pass them by because they're too stupid to see it. People, like I said, look, you can't fix stupid. It's impossible to do. And the world, unfortunately, needs idiots in it for some reason. I don't know why. Well, maybe so people like you and I can rip their face off. Look, I have no problem ripping the face off someone that wants to take the opposite side of the trade of me. I told you that. I told you this from a long time ago. I'm just going to say it again. Don't get in my way with regard to this market. Just don't do it. It's not going to end well for you. And like I always say, am I right all the time? No. But check my record. Ask anyone. Even ask the Greg Mannarino haters if Greg is right most of the time. And they're going to say, you know what? Greg really is. So my advice to everyone is don't bet against me. Don't bet against my Lions because you're going to get hurt. And I don't want anybody to get hurt here. Recognize opportunity every day, and not just in this dog shit fake fraud stock market. Every moment a new reason to be happy comes around, but people tend and they want to dwell in misery and sadness. I don't understand that. Me, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be laughing and smiling every freaking day, no matter what happens. It's, look at everything bad, anything bad that comes your way as an opportunity to turn it around. In every aspect of life, period, the end. But anyway, let's go back to this market here. A ton of buying, especially here in the tech sector. I've been telling you that this is way overblown, this tech sell-off, because of the rising rate environment that we are in as the market prices in a Fed rate hike, which is going to happen. A lot of you are writing to me, Greg, you're wrong. Greg, you're wrong. The Fed's not going to raise rates. Yes, they are. Okay. And again, for a multitude of reasons, not because they want to do anything about inflation, because they don't give a shit about that. Just so they can maintain some type of credibility. I mean, look, it's insane. We have the largest crime syndicate in the history of the world running the world. That is central banks collectively around the world. And again, what they say and what they do are totally different things, and they are going to raise rates. So again, please stop writing to me, those of you that are, and saying, Greg, you're wrong, you're wrong. I hear this all the time. And again, I'm not right all the time, but I'm going to be right here. The Fed is going to raise rates moving forward, and I think the market is going to respond very favorably to it. Very favorably to that. I know you think I'm wrong, some of you there too, of course, because you got some guy who blows ponies and some other idiot who's not even in the market telling you the opposite. Well, ignore these people because there's something else going on. There's another dark agenda there, and I just hate that. They're causing people to lose, and I despise that. You want to lose, you will lose of your own choice. That's it. You're choosing to lose. Or you can choose to win. Me? I choose to win every split second of my life. Every moment I choose to win. And every moment I am winning. And every moment I want you to win. I want you to win. We don't have to lose. Nobody has to lose. Do you realize that nobody has to lose? if we just continue to play the game the correct way, realizing it's a fraud, dog shit, fake market, and everything you think anything is real? You think anything is real? You think the environment you are in is real? No. It's floating on oceans of debt. Everything is, okay? It's a house of cards floating in a pool of gasoline. All of it. And things are going to get extremely real very, very rapidly at one time. But until that point, well, we're gonna not deviate from a damn thing. We're gonna keep our eyes on what we always watch: the yield curve, what the debt market is doing, the 10-year yield, relative strength of the dollar, crude oil. Did you see crude oil today? It is ripping higher. Imagine Greg Mannarino's shock. No, all of you knew that. And it's going much, much higher. This whole freaking stock market is going much, much higher, but it's going to be volatile. As I said when I did my, top 5 trends for 2022. Expect volatility. So you knew this was coming, but it's opportunity, people. Ignore what I am telling you at your own risk. That's all I have to tell you here. I am working as hard as I freaking can to try to tell all of you the way it is. And if you don't want to heed that advice, that's totally up to you. Totally up to you. Anyway, let's go back to this market. So on top of the market finishing mixed today with the Dow, the only major indice with a loss, and that was the banks, like I said. I bought the banks this morning. I put out a statement in my newsletter this morning explaining to people that, in my opinion, they need to pounce here. Okay, I've been urging people to buy the banks, specifically JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. There's other ones too. Those are my top 3. I think you need to own these things. I think you need to buy these things on every single dip moving forward. I've been buying the banks for a long time. I will not stop doing this. I really feel like these 3 banks are positioned well for the future. Am I sleeping with the enemy? Yeah, sure. So are you. Are you transacting in fiat dollars? Do you have fiat currency in your bank account, in investments, or in your pocket, or whatever? Well, you're playing the devil's game. You don't see it that way? Well, you should. It's all the same freaking game. It's the beast system. Okay, but you can weaponize it, like I said. We're all in it, and we have our elected officials who want you to keep you in that beast system. Oh no, they don't want you in physical gold or silver. Oh no, they don't want you in cryptocurrencies either. You must stay in the beast system because they're all part of it. We're all part of it. You don't feed the monster every single day. How do you pay your bills? How do you go shopping? What do you do? Are you bartering for everything, or are you actually using their system, the beast system? I would be willing to bet every single one of you is. So I don't want to hear anyone complain about Greg Mannarino that he's feeding the system. So are you in any capacity, whether it's a single dollar or it's $100,000 or $1 million. It's all the same. Anyway, everything is freaking relative, people. Let's go back to the market. So crude oil surging higher, dollar today, a little bit of strength there. Debt market looks stable to me. Nothing going on here. MMRI looking sweet also as well. Nothing going on here that's telling me there's a damn thing about to happen. I know there's guys out there again calling for crashes and this and that, and they're going to be wrong yet again. Just imagine for a moment being wrong 100% of the time. 100%. That is the definition of insanity. And anyone who's following these imbeciles is also insane too, quite obviously, and they are losing. They are losing big, and they're choosing to lose, which is the worst part of it. That is insanity too, choosing to freaking lose. Cryptocurrencies did get a bit higher today. Bitcoin at over 43,000. Gold and silver under some pressure today. All right, look, you know the game. Look, let me say this again in case you don't know. With regard to anything, there's no real price discovery mechanism. The Fed is deliberately suppressing rates to cause distortions in the market to get worse. We got the super bank, JP Morgan, okay, sleeping with the enemy here, continuing to rig the metals prices. And they're going to get caught again and again and again, rigging not just the metals markets, but everything. And they're going to pay fine after fine, and they're going to laugh their way to the bank. They're going to laugh their way to their own bank, as a matter of fact. Make some of this stuff, people. Make it up. I really dare you. Let me go over a few other things before I let you go here. So this is a lovely headline. Industrial production, this is today, unexpectedly falls. Now, if you follow this blog, does that surprise you in any way, shape, or form? No, because you realize clearly that our economy is melting down. So you got these talking heads on the mainstream channels. They're shocked. They don't understand it. It's unexpected. It's always unexpected. No, it's out of control. And there's also talk about price controls moving forward. Inflation is getting out of hand, and some people want to institute some type of price controls. Could you only imagine how that's going to turn out? Consumer sentiment falls to a decade low. Lovely. What else did you expect in an economy that's in free fall? And then, of course, you got this narrative. It's lovely that the Federal Reserve is behind the curve. You see, when you hear that, when you hear some freak out on the mainstream narrative channel propaganda ministry telling you that the Fed is behind the curve, laugh. The Fed is not behind the curve. The Fed knows exactly what it's doing. It's working very diligently towards their end to be the lender and buyer of last resort to own the world. They've caused inflation to surge out of control. They're causing the dollar to free fall. I showed you that chart yesterday. Remember that chart? This is deliberate, people. So when you hear again that the Fed is behind the curve, they're not keeping up with what's going on, bullshit. They have a think tank, and they get together and they talk about what they're going to do. You see, you have to understand, the Federal Reserve, at a minimum, is 15 years ahead of where we are now, probably more like 25 years. They have a long-term plan, and it could be even 50 years, okay? They are not calculating things based on the present. They always tell you that they're data dependent. They are dependent on data from the future, not that they're time travelers or anything, but they are looking at projections. And their projections are based upon what they're doing at the present moment, because they're twisting the future and they're rigging everything against all of you, against me too. But again, we're not going to let these people win. They're not even human freaking beings, okay? And I hope you don't think I'm kidding on this. Anyway, people, look, so that's the story. I covered a lot in this video. I hope this makes sense to you. Let me hear from you. I will read the comments. Did I make any sense to you in this video? Or is this just all just nonsense? Okay, I just can't wait to read the comments. Some of them are too asinine. With regard to the comments, people, I am not taking down anyone's comments. Sometimes if you post something, it takes a while for them to show up. YouTube is screening all the comments. Anything anti-COVID or, anti-vax, that it's automatically removed, okay? I don't even get to see it sometimes. They don't want it out there. Again, it doesn't fit the narrative. Nothing is what it seems to be. Nothing is what it seems to be. I hope you understand that. I really do. I've been telling you that for years, people. It's a freaking horror show of epic proportions. All right, look, so here's the situation. This market is closed Monday, okay, Martin Luther King. I will not be doing a market report on Monday. However, I will be doing a look ahead segment on Monday. You will see me on Monday. Tomorrow morning, you will see the Crypto Kid. I am sure he's going to have a lot to say with regard to the crypto space, and I think he's got a little tidbit there on precious metals for you. All right, so I hope you tune into that. People, look, I love all of you, and I mean that. And when I tell you that none of us need to lose here, and you can choose, it's your choice, whether you want to fail or whether you want to succeed. If you feel like you're going to fail, I guarantee you, you're going to fail. If you convince yourself that you are going to win, not only win, but win big, you're going to win bigger than you can possibly imagine. That's the way the universe works. The universe will answer you. Believe me on this, Okay? It's all up to you. You hold your own destiny in your own hand. Anyway, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share this video. I will see all of you on Monday for my markets a look ahead, and I'm gone.